Hi, everybody. Tressa Graves here with another Dark Hours podcast. I haven't done one in a while, and I have someone who's going to be with me today to help me walk through this because I'm a little rusty. I have a good friend of mine, Dave Baker. Say hello, Dave.
Hey there, how you doing?
So I met Dave down in Florida many years ago. We lost contact, but recently basic got back in touch with one another again. And now Dave is on board. And what, Dave? We just got in touch how long ago? And now you're already second in command at TGP.
Yeah, I guess if you want to consider me that, but yeah, we've probably been back in touch now, maybe I'd say 6 months.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, it was at the end of summer.
Wow. Okay.
Um, yeah, about 6 months.
I've lost track of everything over the past over the past few years, but recently it's gotten worse. For some reason, I can't figure this out. Last week, I thought every day was Saturday. And it's like because that's my favorite day of the week, and I'm walking around here and I'm going around saying, "Hey, it's Saturday, let's do this or let's do that," stuff that we would normally do, and it was like Tuesday.
Hey,
So,
hey,
well,
I don't blame you there.
I work all the time. So days, the days collide into each other because all the time editing something, doing a video, posting on social media. I've got so many different social media sites, it's hard to keep track of everything. Right.
Absolutely.
And Dave, do you want to talk a little bit about quarantine that you've come on board? Let everyone know what you're doing over there to
Oh,
help out, be in control.
yeah, Tressa brought me on for the second season of Quarantine. Um, I play a character named Thor who is involved in the pandemic, so to speak. And also, besides being a character actor in it, I also have some special effects work and makeup, special makeup. I also assist in writing, with writing some of the episodes and some of the scenes of it, and actually kind of also assistant to the director when the director needs assistance.
Which is a lot.
You got a lot on your plate. There's Tressa has lots of projects that she's working on at one time, so it can be overwhelming, and you need help, especially someone you can trust.
Yes, yeah. And speaking of projects, we are working on quarantine, like we were just talking about. And on that, I brought back Mike Gankrell. Mike Gankrell played in Sociopath as Oli. He also played in Phantom. That has not come out yet. And my movie Teddy Bear Girl, which I have to get around to editing those movies. They're finished, IMDb and everything. And we also have someone very special that I met, Michael Sanchez. I met him through LinkedIn, and we started talking, and I invited him to come over to check out the stuff that we're doing with quarantine and see if he wanted to write and be a part of that. And he did. He came on board and he wrote what, the first five scenes, Dave?
Yes, absolutely, and that's really kicked off season two too. It was great.
Yeah. Season one was very slow. So whatever we started season one, it's I was sitting here, I can't get out, I can't do book signings, can't tour anything because of COVID, and everyone's at home bored. So I figured I would start a little web series based on the virus, and we call ours Dr. Death. And it was just me, Stephen Roberts, and Mike Ankrel doing that. And it's this one is going to be a lot different, because I have I have Michael Sanchez there and Dave Baker, where we're going to actually go out and film in different areas and different places with this.
So I think it's a real challenge, and it's very exciting to actually, you know, build the scenes in a real environment, that's going to react to even us as actors.
And that we've done with Quarantine, especially season 2, you know, a lot of new stuff going on and everything. And we're also working on a new web series, another one, which is called Tales from the Grave. And I actually made a video tonight putting out a RSVP for people to come over if they wanted to and do an early screening of the short film that I did called Kick the Bucket. It was fun to make. I'm proud of it. I've already showed my team the video and they all liked it. So now I feel comfortable moving forward, moving forward with it.
Ooh, it's spooky hooky too. Oh, I love it. I'm real excited about that one because I've got a lot of projects in my head that's going to fill slots for that series. Let me tell you.
Well, and we're working on our second short film this weekend. So once Kick the Bucket comes out, I haven't released them yet. We're gonna have we're gonna have everyone come over to the website next Saturday. Of course, I picked Saturday at 4 p.m. and it hasn't been released yet. So you guys can come over there and check that out and do a RSVP on it. On Tales from the Grave, I've got the same team that I have with Quarantine. I have Michael Sanchez, Stephen Roberts, Mike Ankrel, and Dave Baker. So we're just, we started Quarantine, and then I'm like, hey guys, let's do some more stuff because I don't have enough to do, right?
Right. But that's okay because I like to have as many fingers in the pie as I can.
Yes, we will do multiple projects, but they all have to be done very well. I've upped my game in all of this, and that's basically why I came on to do a Dark Hours podcast too, is because I have made a big decision as far as my future in the public eye and stuff goes. um, I will no longer be writing novels. I have a few that are backlogged. I'll bring those out eventually, but once those are done, I won't be writing any new novels. I am going to just do videos. I'm going to make movies. I like it because when I write a book, I have all of that control writing it. I see it in my head. But when I write something and I go out and I can actually film it myself and bring it to life because I know what this is supposed to look like, that to me is just so exciting. And that's what I love to do now. So I'm still writing, but I'm not writing novels. I'm writing short stories, short films and stuff like that. And on Tales from the Grave, it's real awesome because we're gonna have the movies up, the little short movies, and I also have some of my audiobooks over there that people can come over and listen to. And so it's going to be really exciting. I am so happy, especially with Tales from the Grave. That's something I've been wanting to do for a long time, but um, I never had a cast and crew that I could take with me to do this and make it right. And now with you, Dave, Michael Sanchez, Mike Ankrel, and Steven, I can make this finally come true. So,
Well, let me tell you, Tressa, things sure have changed from 20 years ago.
mhm. Yeah, I really sucked back then.
Well, now, I think you're being a little too critical, but then again, aren't we always too critical on ourselves, more than other people are? But being able to be on your crew to help you produce what you're doing is it's a great honor for me. I remember and recall back 20 years ago, things were so much different then, and that was the beginning. And to be able to, even in 20 years, to see how far you've come, I'm totally in awe. And where you're going from here can only go higher.
I hope so. That's what I'm going for. Who would have thought 20 years ago when I'm prancing around like Miss I Know It All, with the book that I really sucked. It wasn't even the entire book because of the publishing company I went to. It was like a print on demand thing because I knew nothing about getting out there and publishing your stuff. I always thought, oh my God, I gotta wait and wait in my house and send out letters and wait for an agent to finally pick me up. And I said, no, I can't do that. So I started getting out there doing more stuff. And back then, though, when I was doing, trying to get out there in every wrong way possible, because nothing I did was right back then, I went to the self-publishing company. It was First Books, and I think they've changed their name now because I think they got in trouble. So when I sent my novel to them, um, I was under the impression back then because I was kind of duh with it. I'm still duh with a lot of stuff I'm learning, but I thought that they would edit my book, lay it out in book format. I sent a few copies, like I'd say, hey, I forgot to put this in there or whatever. I was just like a 2-year-old trying to run a business, didn't know what I was doing. I got the book. It wasn't even the whole book. So what did I do? I still took the book and I still went out and thought I was going to be this great #1 bestseller. Didn't happen, and then of course I got Bud Light going out and doing the advertising for me. I actually went on a book tour, which I thought it couldn't get any better than that. Um, and now look at this.
Yeah, and it just goes to show you kept at it, and look where you're at now and where you're going. And don't forget, on August 20th, 21st, and 22nd, you'll be in Spring Hill, Florida, at the Holiday Inn Express, promoting what you're doing now.
And I'm very excited because that will be the first time I've been out since I've done a movie. And I get to show it there. You want to tell people a little bit about that? Tell them who the special guest is in case they don't know.
Well, you're the special guest. Come on. Yeah, no, it's Tressa Graves. She's going to be there in person, and she's going to have things for you to buy, like T-shirts and books and recordings, and we hope lots of other stuff too, and posters maybe. So, but she's gonna have presentations every day of the convention to highlight what she's doing. We're gonna have showings of Sociopath. Also, by that time, we plan to have quite a collection of Tales from the Grave that we're going to also show on the big screen. Okay, so it's kind of like this is kind of like Tressa's big comeback out into the public, and I'm looking forward to be very successful that whole weekend.
Me too. I'm excited. Do you want to name off any of the other guests that are going to be there, or do you
Well,
want to wait?
Well, the other guests, we're trying to get other people on board. Michael Ancrell, he's a co-star, you know, in some of Tressa's films, and he's also the main character in Quarantine. You know, of course, some of these actors, they have other commitments, and you know they can't always make it, but he's planning to make it. And then there's going to be a lot of people from the film collecting hobby that are going to be there. There's going to be uh, possibly um, Alan Gouger. He's a gentleman who for years has installed custom made home theaters using film projection equipment, as well as Steve Osborne. He's known as Mr. Super 8, which is, if you can recall, if you're as old as me, you'll recall Super 8 home movie film. Well, this gentleman still actually delves in it and is big in the hobby. So it's going to be people like that, and then the whole schedule for the whole 3 days, and it's going to be a three full days, is going to we're going to be running films, and a Saturday night at the pool side at the hotel, I'm going to run the original Creature from the Black Lagoon in 3D. However, you have to have a hotel room key to attend that because, of course, liability. But it's going to be out at the pool. It's going to be monster films at the pool all night then. Outdoors on a big screen while you swim in the pool. And
That's gonna be fun because that's my
yeah.
favorite movie when I was growing up.
Oh, well, now you can actually, you guys can get in the pool and watch it.
Oh yeah, and I will be bringing my bathing suit down there.
Well, let's hope so, because you're coming to sunny Florida.
Oh my God, what's it like in Florida?
Oh, you'll
I,
love it. You'll just
I've
love it.
I've never been.
Oh, bullshit.
There you go. I was wondering how
Uh,
long that was gonna take.
yeah, I know, but you know, it's beautiful, and it's going to be, it'll be, I hope, a nice time of the year. Although it'll be right in the middle of hurricane season, so
Oh, maybe we can have a hurricane party, or like my granny says, a hurricane.
yeah, well, it's possible it could turn into that.
And
We
we're not scared to have those, are we?
No, we're not. And Holiday Inn, that I mean, we've been through them. I don't know how many. I grew up in South Florida, so you know, for 50 years I lived through them, so I know what to expect.
Yep.
But I think it'll be a good time had by all that attend. And one of the best things about this is it's free admission. We're not charging any admission. Um, the only thing is, um, you know, in order for you to see some of the special events, you have to be a hotel guest. The other special event there would be early Saturday morning from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock. The hotel offers its guests a free breakfast, and what we're going to do is open up the doors to the theater, and you can eat breakfast and watch cartoons and comedies for 2 hours. Bring
That's
the
gonna be
kids,
cool.
you know. So it's a lot of planning has gone into this, and I have some really good help to put it on. I just hope that we're able to pull it off.
I think it's gonna go great. With the COVID and everything, we'll have to see what's going on. I want to try and get vaccinated before I go down there and be safe because I've already had my share of health problems. So
Sure.
I wanna get this over with. And um, I've had people ask. I can't answer everyone. There's just one of me and many of you guys. But if I could, I would. Um, but sometimes life gets in the way. So, and I'm hoping to maybe have an assistant soon who can come in and help me, like post stuff on certain sites, upload my videos, and of quarantine and now Tales from the Grave.
Yeah, that would be great.
So I'm excited about the future. We'll see what's happening tomorrow. I talked to my agent again, and I am actually going to remaster Sociopath. So once that is done, I'll let everyone know. But in the meantime, go over to my website at www.tressagraves.com. Go to quarantine, go to RSVP, check both of those links out. And if you click on Dave, Mike Ankrel, Michael Sanchez, it'll take you to another page on there and it'll let you know a little bit about them. Like Michael Sanchez, he's an author. He's got novels out. He's coming on the Dark Hours next week with me. And Mike Ankrel, you guys can find him on my website. Go to my, over there, and his IMDb is up, and you can go over there and see the many, many films that he has been in. And the same thing with Dave. He's got his links over there to his films. So if anyone is interested in those 8mm films, now you know who you can contact. And I know there's probably people, Dave, on my Facebook page that would be really interested in that. So you need to go over there and post all your information over there on the Facebook.
Yeah, I'm currently trying to build that up, so that'll be a big part of it too, as well as what we are doing for your production team. So yes, and listen, I want to thank you very much for having me on this evening, and I really appreciate being able to discuss a little bit of history here with you, Tressa.
I know, that was fun. And
It's been
you
fun.
know, yeah, and I was going to tell you, whenever we left, where was it? It was West Palm Beach, right?
Yes.
Where I was down there doing the book signing.
Yeah,
And Dave, can I tell everyone what happened at my table whenever I was sitting there doing the signing with you, Ripper, and everyone?
sure. Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm there. I'm the only one there. I've got Dave standing at my table, and these three other guys come up who I still talk to, Hatch, Ripper, and Mr. Creature. And Ripper was wearing breast. And he's sitting there proud with his breast out, wearing this tight black shirt. And I'm sitting there at my table, minding my own business. And Dave comes up and says, "Can I touch him?" And Ripper pokes his boobs out even more and says, "Sure." And Dave's sitting there playing with his boobs. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
So I thought that was funny. So whenever people ask me anything about you, I always tell them that story. So that's a horror story right there, Dave.
Oh, big one, big time. Guy with boobs, and I had to touch him.
I know. Well,
Well, here's a
I'm
story. Here's something that you didn't know about. But years ago, I went to it was a toy show convention in Orlando, and they also had a big costume show. Okay, so I'm getting out of the car. I'm with one of my friends, and we're walking towards the entrance of it was at the Orlando Convention Center, big building. So here come these guys in their costumes, and it's Batman and Robin.
Oh.
Okay, here comes Batman, and when you turn around and look at Batman, all you see is this big bulge in a crotch.
Oh.
So he's strutting along, and he gets up next to me, and I look down at him, and I look at him in the face, and I go, "Hey," I pointed at his crotch. I said, "Is that for real?" And he looks at me. He goes, "Bend over, and you'll find out." And so I went, and I go, "Ha!" I said, "You would."
Oh my God. It's so much fun being around you.
But
It's
yeah,
so much fun.
that was hilarious. I mean, life's little hilarities, that we go through.
I know. And Dave is actually coming to Knoxville, and we're going to film when he is here,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Oh, absolutely. We're gonna have a couple days to film some a lot of footage. It's going to be on, it's going to be on site. It's going to be on location. It's going to be, so we'll be adding a variety of things. And it's going to, I'm really excited about it.
I am too. I
I
am
don't
too.
want
I
to,
already got my ideas.
yeah, I don't want to give any of those away, but I do want you to tune in to www.tressagraves.com and find out what they are.
I don't think they're going to be disappointed either on this.
No, they won't. No, they're not going to. They're not going to. This is really going to be good.
Oh yeah, the Tales from the Grave is. Well, thanks for coming over here with me on the dark hours, Dave. We talk all the time. We talk a lot. We talk a lot.
Maybe too.
And and remember, next week I'm going to have Michael Sanchez on, and then the week after that we'll have Mike Ankrel on. And so you guys go to my website, check it out. Go check out all these guys I'm working with. They're all great. And I couldn't do this without every single one of them. So I want to thank them as well. So thanks, Dave. And I'll talk to you probably tonight or tomorrow.
Okay, thank you so much for having me, and you have a great evening.
You too, Dave. Bye-bye.
Bye now.
Hello,